It's super, it's Tuesday, it's Super Tuesday. 14 states and those American Samoans headed to the polls for the Democratic primary on Tuesday. We have all the results and all of the embarrassment, mostly because Joe is Joe. Get ready for some Stupid Tuesday. I'm Katie Petrick, and this is Healthy Republic. Yes, it was Tuesday for a lot of us, but for those unfortunate states that were conglomerated for the purpose of potentially picking the next Democrat to lose in a presidential election, it will forever be known as Stupid Tuesday 2020. Or has it not even happened yet?
Look, tomorrow's Superstar Tuesday, and I want to thank you all. I tell you what, I'm rushing ahead, aren't I?
Up for grabs was 1,357 delegates of the total 3,979 that will ultimately be shoveled out. With the magic number of 1,991 to win the nomination, the race is down to Comrade Bernard Sanders and gaffe machine Joseph Biden. And it looks like this thing will more than likely result in a brokered convention. But you're not allowed to say that.
First of all, I want to talk to my Republicans. First of all, stay the hell out of our race.
Mm-hmm.
I get sick and tired, Ed and Sandra, of listening to Republicans tell me and the Democrats about our process. First of all, they don't have a process. They're canceling primaries. They have winner take all. They don't have the kind of democracy that we see on the Democratic side. And for people to use Russian talking points to sow division among Americans.
What?
That is stupid. So, Ronna, go to hell. This is not about, go to hell. I'm tired of it, Ed. We're not trying to prevent anyone from becoming the nominee. If you have the delegates and win, you will win.
Get it, girl. That was former DNC interim chair Donna Brazile, known mostly as the woman who fed Hillary Clinton questions ahead of the 2016 debates. To her point, though, outside of going to hell, what does happen if the result is a brokered convention? Bernie bro Kyle Jurek has a thought.
Bernie doesn't get the nomination, or it goes to the second round at the DNC convention. Milwaukee will burn. It'll start in Milwaukee, and then when the police push back on that, and other cities will.
With that pleasant thought in mind, let's look at the numbers. As of this recording, Blunder Biden picked up victories in the most states as the old commie won his home state, Utah, and the doobies in Colorado. California, again, as of this recording, was undetermined, but Sanders held the lead. Yep, it's going to be a brokered convention. Nonetheless, Biden claimed his victories on Tuesday night, and he did what he always does: stand confused.
They don't call Super Tuesday for nothing. By the way, this is my little sister, Valerie, and I'm Jill's husband. Oh, no, this is Val, you switched on me. This is my wife, this is my sister. They switched on me.
Someone needs to switch his medications on him, for serious. And maybe it should be Jill Biden, whom he can't remember is his wife, but who did protect him from the lunging vegans.
From the three.
Jill could be Joe's Secretary of Defense if elected, but she already has a job as a teacher, though she clearly didn't teach her husband the words to the Declaration of Independence.
We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by you know the thing.
No, Joe, you don't know the thing. Or maybe you didn't want to say creator, aka God. Anywho, that hiccup and a lot of other things happened in the lead up to Super Tuesday, mostly in a race for the almighty endorsement, and most notably from the candidates who just dropped out of the race a few days ago, Mayor Pete Buttigieg and Senator Amy Klobuchar. Tom Steyer also dropped out, but no one actually cared. And then former New York Mayor Mike Bloomberg dropped out of the race, but that was after the dismal results on Super Tuesday. And now he's endorsing Biden.
It's political junkies heaven this time of year.
Political junkies heaven. With that crazy that is happening in this race between a full-fledged Soviet-loving communist and the establishment's dementia Democrat, Politicians and the media are siding with Blunder Boy, and Hollywood is giving its money and support to Angry Byrne. And all of them are announcing their loyalties in hopes of getting the coveted cabinet positions.
There needs to be an alternative, and most Democrats are looking for a candidate other than Bernie Sanders.
It looks like it won't be Butt Byrne after all, because Mayor Pete threw his support behind Joe Biden, and then Biden came up from behind and became Creepy Joe. There it is. So creepy, so sensual. Klobuchar and the one-time talked-about Rep. Beto O'Rourke announced Monday night their support for Biden as well. And then there's silly Reuters, who gave itself an embarrassment by tweeting out, in a Texas chicken joint, Biden and one-time rival Buttigieg unite to stop Sanders. Aside from the photo and video evidence being of Beto O'Rourke, not Buttigieg, and then being at Whataburger, not a chicken joint, it was also unclear if they were there to stop Bernie Sanders or Colonel Sanders. Because chicken. We'll never know. The obvious explanation is that Biden wrote the Reuters tweet. We all know he doesn't know where he is or who he's with, and he continues to prove that each and every day. Yet, he is neck and neck with Bernie.
The press and the pundits declared my candidacy dead. Now, thanks to the heart of the Democratic Party in South Carolina, I'm very much alive.
There's a line that we'll have to see how it ages. While Biden was out being sensual and confused in the lead up to Super Tuesday, Bernie was also cozying up and being confused, except his rendezvous involved 3 private jets, kind of like his 3 private homes. I guess Bernie, for all his wokeness, decided to take 3 private jets with him on a campaign stop from Charleston to Myrtle Beach, a 2-hour trip by drive. Fear not, the U.S. Youth Climate Strike promptly endorsed Bernie, and as Bernie said on Twitter, together, we'll stand up to the fossil fuel industry, pass a Green New Deal, and ensure a planet that's healthy and habitable for our kids and grandkids. All those fossil fuel fumes have gone to his head. We have months to talk about the differences in the battle between Bernie and Biden. Instead, let's talk about what they have in common. Because as we know, now that the field of Dems is whittled to just 2, Joe Biden is the youngest candidate, the 77-year-old man who in all seriousness likely has some Alzheimer's disease. He's the youngest. I mean, good gracious. For the party that whines about being so woke, they now have Joe Biden, white toast, as the youngest male candidate at the ripe age of 77. And the other candidate, the one even older, also white, and a millionaire, just had a heart attack during this campaign season. And also, he's a raging lunatic. If you haven't already yet, strap on your britches, folks. I could make these videos almost hourly at this point, as I rightfully should, since we don't know how many hours are left for either of these old guys, especially if Hillary gets involved. There is so much insanity already here, and there's so much more to come. For now, make sure you stay hydrated, eat right, get some sleep, and exercise, because you need to take care of yourselves. You can't rely on these old farts. Until next time, stay healthy, America.